Live from the Quad Cities with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, Moeen's Holiday Hop is back this weekend. We'll get details on the festive events and activities involved in this free, family-friendly event.
Plus, it's time for our QCL Book Club. We'll wrap up and review our October book and choose a new read for November.
And the Penguin Project of the Sauk Valley is preparing to take the stage this weekend with performances of Willy Wonka Jr. We'll learn more about this important organization. It's Monday, November 4th, and you're watching Quad Cities Live. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. I'm Kyle Keel.
I'm Morgan Otier, and we are starting out in the QCL kitchen today with a local restaurant owner, Tiffany Cannon, who has a new series, Tasty with Tiff. Take a look. Simple holiday recipes from a restaurant owner. Tiffany is joining us now. Tiff, welcome back.
Yeah, Thank you for having me. Can we hug?
Oh, of course. Thank you for being here.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Well, tell us about the idea for Tasty with Tiff, because I'm super excited. This is going to be a weekly thing.
Sure. Yeah. So the idea is to get people back in their kitchens. I feel like with fall, people need to get back in their kitchens. They like to get back into their kitchens. And to be honest, I'm thinking about okay, my sister. So my sister's not a cook, or she is allergic to the kitchen. And when I'm coming up with these ideas for her and for her children, I think, what could my sister Holly do? What would be good for her kids, and what, you know, with her skill set, what would be doable for her?
Perfect. So we love that.
Yeah.
So something simple.
Simple, quick, easy. Comfort, fall, all the things that go with fall.
You're right about getting back in your kitchen, because I finally got back in mine yesterday. It was like the perfect day for it. Like a little cool rain all day, made chilly. It was great.
Yep.
So, okay.
So those are the kind of recipes that I'm bringing to you guys. Comfort, fall, chill, and
we
easy.
love that.
Yep.
We love that. Okay, so what have we got going on today? Because a lot of us have done the apple orchard. And we're swimming in apples.
Yes, so you went apple picking, now what? So there's a lot of options that you can do with the apples besides just cut them up and put them in your kid's lunchbox and eat them raw. So I'm here to show you one of our favorite things to make with lots of apples. So we make apple butter. We've made apple butter for 10 years at Osa Sweet and now Tiffany's, and we make it in the crock pot. And again, it's a perfect thing to do on a rainy Sunday, rainy Saturday. It makes your house smell like the best Yankee candle you can ever
I was going to say, you get the natural smell of the apples.
Yes, it is so good.
Smells like fall.
Let's go ahead and break this down. So we have 6.5 pounds of apples.
Okay.
If you just want to pour that in there.
Oh, okay.
It's super easy. So
I'm going to spill apples, aren't I?
So what we did is we have an apple peeler and a corer.
Wow.
You can get those on Amazon, or you can just get them at the kitchen store. If you don't, look, isn't that kind of cool though?
Yeah, it's like an apple
like boing. But if you don't have that, just, I mean, and if, honestly, I feel like sometimes people don't want to peel the apples. Who cares? Throw them in anyway. Chop them up, get them in. So, and then we're going to add on top of that 1 cup of white sugar, granulated sugar, and 1 cup of brown sugar. And if you want to take your little spatula and kind of mix that up. And here comes the good part. It's 1 tablespoon cinnamon, and that will make it smell so good. How easy though, right?
Yeah, you just kind of throw it in.
Darby could do this, don't you think?
She would love if I would give her a job in the kitchen. She always wants to crack the egg, right? Like, who's what is up with that? They're like, you know what? Give me like the most disgusting, messiest job.
And 1 is not good enough. You got to do 2, 3.
And then we have a ½ teaspoon of nutmeg. Again, all of these fall spices. So cinnamon, nutmeg, right?
Yes.
Mix it up.
Perfect.
All the spices.
And then we have 1/4 teaspoon cloves. Now cloves is very it's like the linebacker on your football team. A little goes.
I love that.
Good reference.
A little goes a long way. You don't want a tablespoon of cloves, because then you're going to be in some trouble.
It's going to be a clove,
And then because we want to counterbalance the sweetness with some salt, we have just a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And that is it. Can you believe that?
All right.
So when we make this at work, I'm going to put the lid on for you, Boo. We will put this on, We will shut the lid. We'll turn it on. Go overnight. 10 hours on low, 8 hours on low. If you want to like speed it up and you want to do 4 to 6 on high, it will work great. Again, your house is going to smell good.
It'd be great.
Yeah, and that way you use up all the apples. So if the apples are a little soft or they got maybe a spot or two, nobody is going to know.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and so when it comes out, it'll be super soft.
Yeah.
And then you'll put it through a food processor or an immersion blender.
Okay.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy, or any blender. And then you get this like golden sauce, right?
Yeah.
So this is what the apple butter looks like. So now what do you do with the apple butter?
Right.
Well, the apple butter, if you're entertaining, do you guys entertain?
Occasionally.
Not
You
often.
can put it on a charcuterie board. Apple butter goes great with cheese and crackers. We can put it on pancakes for Darby in the morning.
Oh my gosh, she would love it.
Does she likes apples?
Oh yeah, she loves
And
it.
then honestly, like even toast, like imagine this. Yeah, so we could do the toast too. So apple butter goes a long ways. You could do anything with it. And then in the next segment, I'm going to show you how to make a cocktail with it too.
Ooh.
Oh, we love that.
Okay.
We love our cocktails too.
Yes.
QCL.
So the next thing I want to show you guys real fast is,
That looks great.
do you guys like apple crisp?
Love
Yes.
apple crisp.
Again, I went apple picking. Now what do I do? So we're going to make the apple crisp really fast. So we have a 9x13 pan. This is my mom's recipe, by
I
the way.
love that you're
okay,
letting
family
us
recipe.
see it.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is great.
And so what we want to do, I'm going to have you guys do that if you don't mind.
Yeah.
We're going to mix the melted butter.
Okay. Here, do you want to do it?
Yeah.
So we have melted butter. We have 1 cup brown sugar.
Okay.
We have some chopped pecans. That's my mom's secret, is the
Chopped
pecans. We have a half teaspoon of salt. We have a teaspoon of baking powder.
I like that she's letting us do it.
Yeah, this is great. We're learning.
And then we have,
Yeah.
of course, the cinnamon and then the flour. So we have a whole cup of flour.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And that is the topping. So you want it to be like peas, right? So that is the topping. And so
Okay.
in this bowl, I'll go ahead with the apple crisp itself. Again, the apples, right? So
Yeah.
we peeled and cored them and sliced them.
Okay.
But if you don't want to, I think of my sister, she's not going to do that. Just chop them, right? Just chop. It's fine.
okay. So you
don't have
It's
to
more
peel, you can
important
chop.
that it gets made,
Right.
Okay, so to the filling, I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. I'm going to add some lemon juice, and the lemon juice does 2 things. It'll brighten up the flavor, but it'll also make it so they don't turn
brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have a tablespoon of flour, some salt, and then the cinnamon.
Gotta have the cinnamon.
Yep, and then we just kind of mix it like that. It's really easy. I feel like Darby would like this again.
Would, yeah.
There's no cookie dough to eat or no eggs to
She has
crack.
a little chef's hat and everything. So.
Oh, there you go.
Are you
You got your
surprised?
weekend plans.
Listen, have her come down, have her work with me for an afternoon or Emma.
Oh, she would love that.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes.
And so this is so easy. It's almost done. So we just put
All right.
the apples in the pan.
And you can see now because of what
Oh,
Kyle
yeah.
Yeah,
is doing,
so it's
why
got the
it looks like
crisp,
that
yeah.
finished
Yes.
product, which is what you're
And
seeing
then
on
go
your
ahead and
screen.
pour that on top.
All right.
Wonderful. Beautiful.
There we go.
Thank you for showing us that, because usually family recipes are a secret.
My
Yeah.
my mom loves this. She makes this for my daughter. My daughter goes nuts.
I love that.
Yeah, and then you put it in the oven and you bake it for 15 to 18 minutes at 350. And then,
Not bad at all.
can I scoop some out for you guys?
Absolutely.
Yes, please. And meantime, we want to tell you where
Yeah.
Tiffany's is, because there's been a recent move. I
Yeah.
would say relatively recent. Tiffany's is at 210 East 2nd
Thank you so
Street in
much.
downtown Davenport. We've got the phone number there on your screen, as well as the website. That's tiffany's.com. Very easy. And Tiff, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm
She's
glad
going to
you
be
did.
sticking with us, actually, because as she mentioned, she's going to show us how to make something else a little bit later, and with that apple butter, a special cocktail.
Yes.
So she's sticking around.
Nice
Yeah.
crunch to it.
Oh, thank you
Yeah,
guys.
thank you
great.
so much.
Well, up next on Quad Cities Live, we're getting festive in downtown Moline as the annual Holiday Hop is set to begin this Friday. What to expect with this free all-ages event coming up.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
It's the kickoff to the holiday season in downtown Moline. We're talking about the Holiday Hop. and it's set for this Friday, November 8th, and Saturday, November 9th.
Yeah, hard to believe it's here. Well, along with the Grinch joining us now, we have Kirk Marsky. He is with Renew Moline, and he's helping organize the annual event. And Kirk, this is a tradition for a lot of families here in the Quad Cities. It's a big deal for Moline because there's more than 40 places for people to visit in the downtown area.
Yeah, throughout the whole downtown area. Yeah. So it's spread out through the area. We have trolleys that run a route, and there's also an ADA paratransit bus too. So we can get everybody around downtown. But there's 8 different stops. Well, we call them stops. You can start at those places too, but and each one serves between 2 to 10 merchants or so. So a lot to do at each stop, no matter which one you're at.
Okay, so we're talking about 40 places to visit, as Kyle mentioned at the beginning of the segment. So talk about who is involved, and it feels like there's more and more every year.
Yeah. There is, yeah. We try to grow it every year, get more people involved. So some of the new merchants this year are merchants that were already located downtown, but maybe hadn't done Holiday Hop, at least last year. That was my first year with the event. But we do have 3 businesses that are new in the time since we had Holiday Hop last year. So Sound Conservatory, Arlo and Elm, and then the Atlas Collective, all 3 of them participating. So
that is super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you also have the Holiday Hop Market. That's the pop-up market that's happening as well.
Yeah, that's at 1500 River Drive. So people knew that as Watermark Corners. So we have a pop-up market in there. So that's at stop number 2, which is right at John Deere Pavilion.
So what is that geared more toward? Because we already have like different businesses that are involved in the stops, but the pop-up market, is this more for like vendors, like artisans, like people like that, makers?
Yeah, the idea behind it is that Watermark Corners was a big part of Holiday Hop for so many years, and we thought if we could do a pop-up market in there and bring people down for that they would get on the trolleys and kind of circulate downtown to the other shopping experiences down there as well. So
yeah, very cool.
That's kind of the idea behind that.
Yeah, and there's also the Latin Holiday Bazaar happening at Mercado on 5th, and that's happening on the Friday. It's starting at 4, right?
Yeah, they're just doing Friday. They have another event, private event, I think, on Saturday. So, but yeah, at Mercado on 5th.
They do great things.
So they'll have their market there on Friday evening.
Very cool. It's great to incorporate, all they have, because I think people really do miss Mercado.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
Once the seasons change.
Yeah.
So the trolley stops, now you mentioned them, but this is a really big part of the Holiday Hop. It's not only like easier to get to where you want to go, you've got the map there on your screen, but it's fun too.
It is, yeah. It's a unique experience. I'm sure there's other events that have trolleys in the Quad Cities as well, but
it's just exciting
for Holiday Hop and the downtown experience, it kind of blends the history with the modern day times, I guess, the way we do with the buildings downtown as well. So people really enjoy the trolleys.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be the Holiday Hop without some festive music going on. So you've got the Caroling Quartet, and there's going to be many live performances to really take part in along the route.
Yeah, the quartet will make their way around both on Friday and Saturday to different places, and then we have a number of locations that will host musicians. Some of those are just solo musicians, some are duo, some are a trio. So different combinations of musicians, but different places around town. And that schedule's on our website too. We've been able to build out the website last year and this year to really have everything you need to know about Holiday Hop on that website.
Every single detail is on there. Absolutely it is. Well, something new this year, and we've had them on our show before, the Snap Wagon.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like a traveling photo booth.
Yeah, so they'll be set up at Poor Brothers near the Element Hotel. Well, Poor Brothers is in the Element, but the Snap Wagon will be at stop number 3, which is by Poor Brothers. So for people who haven't done it, it's a mobile photo booth. You can get in the trailer and get your photo taken with the props like they typically do.
Yeah.
Rather than printing out the photos, though, you enter your cell phone and then they send the photo to you, so you have it that way.
Super handy.
Yeah.
Super handy.
Photo to Instagram. It's immediate. And people have some chances as well to win some things.
We do. We have a lot of things to give away. We have 2 premium tickets for Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh, always a good show.
That's the show on December 20th at Vibrant Arena. So the way to sign up for that, we have posters that will be in the merchant locations, and people can scan the QR code for that.
Oh, okay.
And then the other contest we have, I call it the stocking stuffer contest. So merchants have donated gift certificates and other prizes, and at the trolley stops, there's a QR code for that contest. So kind of
nice
two
and
different
easy.
contests, but lots of different prizes that you
That's
can win.
perfect.
Yeah.
And then some of the merchants do their own drawing at their own location too. So
That's
a
really fun.
great way to support downtown Moline and the businesses down there. And it always looks so beautiful
Yeah.
during the holiday time as well.
Yeah.
A lot of those window paintings going up. So lots of fun to be had here this weekend. Holiday Hop in downtown Moline is this Friday, November 8th and Saturday, November 9th. For all the information and updates, be sure to visit holiday-hop.com, or you can follow Moline Center on Facebook. As Kirk mentioned, that website,
Yeah.
it has everything you need to know
does.
about this weekend's event. So Kirk, as always, thanks for joining us.
Yes,
you.
thank you. And you look great, by the
Oh,
way.
thank
Love
you.
the costume.
Appreciate
I
it.
guess it's not a costume, it's a suit.
I don't know if you can see it at home, but it also lights
It
up.
does.
We just
I need it.
turn
I
the
need
lights
it.
off. So, all right. Still to come after the break, we are welcoming the Davenport Public Library for our monthly meeting of the QCL Book Club. Up next, we'll review our read from October and pick a new book for November.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Imagine living in the 1600s at a time when you could be on trial accused of being a witch. That is exactly what happens to 24-year-old character Mary Deerfield in The Hour of the Witch. It is time now for our QCL Book Club, and Brittany Peacock is here from the Davenport Public Library. As always, Brittany, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, okay, Hour of the Witch. That was
Yes.
our October read, and before I had opened a page, I'm like, this is perfect for October, right? You got the whole witch theme. It's kind of that takes you back to the Salem witch trials and all of that. But you know what was weird, and I don't want to bring it down a little bit, there was also a theme of domestic violence.
Yes.
In this
Yes.
book. And that was also something that people were, you know, talking about all of
Yes,
October. So it
absolutely.
really worked in so many ways.
Absolutely.
What did you think?
I really, really liked it. So it was very heavy. It was a very heavy read, both in content. It was a very long book too.
It was, yeah, it was. I'm very proud of myself.
I know, it was quite, it was wonderful. So I really loved it though. I loved the complexity of every character.
Yeah.
I didn't know a lot about the Salem witch trials and
Yeah.
the 1600s, so I learned so much.
Yes, it was crazy. Like trying to put yourself in that type of situation where you could just do absolutely nothing and
Yes.
somebody could just accuse you of something and
Yeah.
then you could go to trial and then it's all over for
Yeah.
you. Yeah, it was a really good book. We talked about it's a little hard to get past some of the language because it's definitely like 1600s and it can trip you up a little bit at
Yes.
first. Once you get rolling,
Oh,
you
yeah.
got it, and the ending, I will say, was fabulous.
Oh, tied it up with a nice, beautiful little bow.
Yeah,
It's exactly what
it
you
was-
want out of
it
an
was
ending.
great. So we
Yeah.
hope somebody read it along with us. And if you
Yes.
did, please let us know what you
Yes,
thought.
we
And
wanna know.
We'll let you know at the end of the segment, our Goodreads group.
Yes.
So that's another thing you can join. Okay, let's talk about our
Absolutely.
choices for November. So for Adoption Awareness Month, Counting Lost Stars by Kim Van Alchemade. And Novel Writing Month, The Things We Leave Unfinished is the title, by Rebecca Yaros. On November 11th, of course, is Veterans Day. The Girls in Navy Blue by Alex Rickloff. And then November 13th is World Kindness Day. That book is Yours Truly, Thomas by Rachel Fordham. So lots of really good picks. And if you haven't joined us for this segment before, Brittany does a really good job of finding some sort of peg within the month or a specific day that really ties in the book. So yeah, we have our choice. Let's
Yes.
do our drum roll. Our November book is Girls in Navy Blue by Alex Rickloff. So yeah, tell us a little bit about this book. This is an historical fiction
Yes.
read, which I have found out through our time together that I love that genre.
I love that we've opened up a whole
You
new
have.
world of reading for you.
You
Yes.
have.
I'm so excited about this read. So it is a dual timeline. So one timeline is 3 women who have decided to join the Navy around World War I. And then it kind of follows another timeline of one of the descendants of those women and kind of how their decisions have impacted this person's life.
I love
So-
these. I think they're really cool, and we've read a couple like that. And they've also been like kind of wartime, World War I, World War II, and they've been my favorite books
Yeah.
that we've read. So I'm really looking forward to The Girls in Navy Blue. So if you want to read along with us, download it. it, go check it out at the library. Use Libby. It's going to be a lot of fun. And there's a lot of other really fun things going on at the library. Dinosaurs are taking over. That is actually underway right now.
Yes, absolutely. So bring your dinos to the library. It's so fun. We've done
Dino-vember.
Dino-vember. It's my favorite month. So we've done this now 3 years. So from now until the end of a couple weeks, I guess. The 6th, I believe, is the last day. Bring your dinosaur, fill out a questionnaire, and then your dinosaur gets to live at the library for a month. Working at the library, getting into some mischief. We will be showing all of their adventures on our social media.
That is so cute. So yeah, you have until my birthday, Wednesday, November 6th, to drop your dino off. You literally will just go and you'll fill in some paperwork so that you get your dino back when it's all over. And it's just a really fun interactive thing for the kiddos to get excited about.
So fun.
QC Architecture, the Chicago connection. Who knew?
Yes, I know. So we're bringing in an expert to come and talk about how some of our architecture was inspired by Chicago innovators throughout the decades. Cool. Yes, so it's a really fun event. Learn a lot about our downtown architecture.
Perfect. That's Thursday, November 14th at Eastern. That's at 6:30, so that will be a really fun one. And then a game and puzzle swap Saturday, November 16th in the afternoon, also at the Eastern branch.
Yeah, so we all have some dusty puzzles and games in our closets. This is a really great way to swap some of those out, freshen up your collection. So all you have to do is donate your puzzle to the library, you know, anytime now, and then you'll get a little ticket. And then you just bring it in on November 16th on that Saturday at Eastern, and you can swap it out for a new
game or a new puzzle. I mean, what a cool idea. And it's like just such a sustainable thing to do as well. I mean, think about it. We're getting close to the holidays. I mean, if you're a parent that's like, we have outplayed this game or done this puzzle 16 times, this is a really good way to, you know, get something new in the house.
Or your kiddos are maybe aging out of some beloved games and you want to kind of
That's a great idea.
That collection.
Just a fabulous idea. Okay, so mark your calendars for that and try and identify some of those things that you might want to swap out. We always talk a little bit about children's books at the end of our segment, and of course, well, it is Dino-vember after all.
It is Dino-vember.
So that's the theme here.
I had to do it. So I just brought 3 really fabulous books. So my favorite is Edwina the Dinosaur Who Didn't Know She Was Extinct. This is by Mo Willems. He does the Elephant and Piggy books, the Pigeon books. Edwina bakes cookies and is beloved by all except for Reginald von Hooby-Dooby.
Oh,
the name.
Reginald.
It's so great.
Yeah, the kids will, I can just imagine Darby giggling even at the names.
It's so great.
Yeah.
And then we have D is for Dinosaur. This is great. It's an ABC alphabet book of different dinosaurs, and it tells you how to phonetically pronounce every single one.
Brachiosaurus. I'm reading the back now.
It's lovely. It's very fun. And then our last one is another beloved author, Penelope Rex, and the Problem with Pets. Penelope is a T-Rex, and she gets a saber-toothed tiger as a pet.
Oh.
And the saber-toothed tiger definitely acts like a naughty puppy dog.
Perfect.
So it's
all really cute options for you to check out at the library. And a reminder, if you do want to read our book with us, be sure to join our group on Goodreads. Just search groups for QCL Book Club. Very easy. There's also a link to join the book club if you head to our website. Head to kwqc.com, click the tab for Quad Cities Live, and you will see it right there at the top. As always, Brittany, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We will see you next month. Well, much more to come in our next half hour of QCLA, including a preview of Willy Wonka Jr. coming to the stage in Sterling this weekend, performed by the Penguin Project of Sauk Valley. And Tiffany is back in our QCL kitchen showing us what to do with all those apples we collected at the orchard this fall. She's going to show us another recipe. But first, we are getting some much needed rain after days without a drop. Meteorologist Kyle Keel will join us with a look at the rest of the week next. Time now for our wins of the weekend, because it is Monday. We're all confused on what day it is today. Weekend.
Yes.
So what is your win of the weekend?
Yeah, so as you all know, I've got another little one on the way. So we kind of been busy getting all these last minute things done. And so we told the kids yesterday, like, hey, we're going to do one special thing with you here, you know, because the focus has been on the new baby. And they wanted to paint their pumpkins. And as you can tell, this is not a pumpkin. So what we did, you know, I was saying I don't host parties or anything. anything, but we had a party with our friends with their kids a couple weeks ago, and they painted pumpkins. Well, they wanted to do it again, and so we went back to the store. They didn't have any pumpkins left. They had a really super sale on these like light up ninjas. So that's a ninja.
Oh, it's a ninja.
But they wanted to paint it, and as you can see, they their painting was just mixing all the colors together. But they had a blast, and that's the first thing that they asked for when they woke up this morning was to play with the pumpkins.
Cute.
So it was just a nice way to end the weekend on a rainy day here on Sunday. And speaking of rainy days, Morgan, you've told me that you've been wishing for a rainy day so you could get all your chores done, all your laundry done. Did that happen?
No.
No, it didn't. I didn't think it would.
No, it does it ever? I got a little bit of it done.
Yeah.
There's like a mountain waiting for me to be put away at home. But no, my win is actually, you just alluded to it. I got to early vote on Saturday morning. So Darby's a Girl Scout, and she had like a civics like patch that she was working on at the Eastern branch of the library. So I dropped her off at Girl Scouts. They were making cards for Veterans Day, which is what she's doing right there. And while she was there, I stepped out briefly and I went downtown and I got in line and decided it would be a good time to get to vote while I had the time. So I got my fancy sticker. The stickers are very fancy this year. I don't know if you're aware. At least they are here. Yes, they're very fancy. We celebrated. We went out for lunch at me and Billy there in downtown Davenport.
Good spot.
Went to another library. We do. No, but it was a really fun day. So she was kind of learning about all of that.
Oh, that's an awesome lesson.
And with Girl Scouts, and then I went and voted, and it kind of like all worked together. It was a little, you know, little patriotic Saturday.
Well, hey, at least you had good weather on Saturday to stand in that line.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect out. And honestly, you see a line there, but it moved as quickly as it possibly could. They have such a process there, so yeah, I'll be seeing how long the line is when I go after work, so we'll see. Well, good luck.
Yes, thank you.
Up next on QCL, the Penguin Project of the Sauk Valley is preparing to take the stage this weekend with performances of Willy Wonka Jr. We'll learn more about this organization and talk with one of the show's actors.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Well, you don't want to miss your chance to see Willy Wonka Jr. performed by the Penguin Project of the Sauk Valley. The group will be taking the stage at Sterling High School. Here with the details is Kaylee Conklin, director of the Sauk Valley Penguin Project, and Caitlin O'Donnell, one of the actors in the show. Ladies, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having us. We're so excited.
Thank you so much. Okay, so Kaylee, let's first talk a little bit more about the Penguin Project, what it is and how it all works.
Sure. So this is a theater program here in the Sauk Valley area for kids with special needs. They come to me in August and we rehearse for 13 weeks. Wow. I try to give them the same theater experience as any high school kid would get. So they audition, they practice, and then what we're going to do next week is go into Tech Week. So a whole entire week they come with me for like almost 3 hours.
Busy.
Yes, and then they perform for 3 shows.
Wow. Okay, so you guys work together for a very long time, essentially since the school year begins.
Right.
And one thing I think is really cool, I was reading about it, is all the kids that are part of the show, like Caitlin, they work alongside mentors.
Correct. So every actor, so this is Caitlin here, her mentor's not with us, but she has a mentor. Her mentor helps her learn her lines, dances, songs, anything that she needs to know. They come to practice just as the same as Caitlin does every day. And then when they go on stage, we blend the mentors in. So if Caitlin is like a main person, her mentor could be assistant to her.
Okay.
So then you can't tell, but then her mentor is still able to feed her lines if she needs them or sing right next to her.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, what are we seeing video? Are we seeing video of practice right now?
Oh, yes. They're doing some kind of dance. Oh, that's Don't Stop Believing. So Don't Stop Believing, every Penguin Project does. So it's really cool if you're a part of another Penguin Project and come to a show. You can get up at the end of the show and do the Don't Stop Believing dance with all of us.
This is our one of the Oompa Loompa dances that
this one here
I was in.
Okay, so yeah, I was going to ask you. So you guys are performing Willy Wonka, Caitlin. So what is your role? What are you? Are you an Oompa Loompa?
So I'm in. There's 5 main Oompa Loompas, and I'm Oompa Loompa 3.
Awesome.
And it's like, I love being an Oompa Loompa. Like, I love how like funny and like silly we get to be, and like our costumes are like pretty cool too.
I bet they are. I really think that's like, the Oompa Loompas are one of the most memorable parts, I think, of Willy Wonka, whether it's the movie or it's the musical or anything like that. So I love that. And how has it been like working alongside a partner, like one of the mentor that helps you practice and all of that? What's that been like?
Well, I love having like a mentor like by me, because like if I like don't know like one of my lines or like a song or something, then they can help me out like with that. And
it's because it's supposed to be fun. Yeah, that's awesome. And Kaylee, you have students, actually, I was reading, from all over taking part in this. I mean, some of them do travel quite a ways, like up to an hour, to just be a part of this really special thing.
Yeah, so this theater program, Penguin Project of the Sauk Valley, is needed, I guess.
Yes.
We have a wait list of people trying to get in. We have dedicated parents and students who drive almost an hour for us, a wide range, just to come participate. And it really is something magical. Some of the mentors, like Caitlin said, she loves having her mentor with her.
Yeah.
They become best friends. We give these students a chance and learning skills, give them friends, a safe space so they can perform theater and learn other things as well.
The mentors, I don't know if we already mentioned this, because if we didn't, I wanted to. They're also students.
Correct.
So they're being there as well. Like as young as junior high?
Yep, junior high kids, high school kids, and college kids. So they still can play sports. They still have extracurriculars. They still have homework. But they still show up for me 3 hours a week for 13 weeks, and it's really amazing.
I absolutely love that. So you guys have been rehearsing for a very long time, as you just mentioned. It sounds like it's going to be a great show. Caitlin, what are you most looking forward to about the performance? What's your favorite part?
I really love like all the singing and like dancing and like just really being like on stage and like performing is like a wonderful thing to do, and it's like also like a wonderful way to like support the Penguin Project of the Sauk Valley too.
Yeah. So buy your tickets, right?
Yeah. So buy tickets.
No, it's so great to hear what a wonderful experience you've had, Caitlin, and you know, Kaylee. This has to really make a big impact, not only on the students that are acting and taking part in this, but the mentors and the audience.
Yeah. The Penguins and their mentors will have you laughing and crying all in one show for an hour and 15 minutes. I promise you won't miss it.
I can imagine, yeah, especially when you guys play Don't Stop Believin' and everybody starts dancing. That is cool. That's a really special thing that you guys do across all the chapters.
Yes.
Amazing. Well, performances of Willy Wonka Jr. by the Penguin Project of the Sauk Valley are set for November 8th, 9th at 7 p.m. and November 10th at 2 p.m. You can see this show at Sterling High School in the Centennial Auditorium. Tickets are $10 and they can be purchased by heading to centennialauditorium.org or by calling that phone number at the bottom right on your screen. Kaylee and Caitlin, thank you for coming on the show today and making the trip out here to Quad Cities Live. We appreciate it, and looking forward to seeing you in the show.
Yes, thanks for the opportunity.
Yes, thank you. Coming up, first she showed us how to make apple butter. Now she's showing us how to make a drink with it. Tiffany is back in the QCL kitchen after the break.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
We are back now with more advice on what to do with all of those apples you took home from the orchard. First, she taught us how to make apple butter. Then she gave us her mom's apple crisp recipe.
And it was delicious.
Yes.
Tiffany Cannon is back in the kitchen with us now. And Tiffany, you're now going to show us how to prepare an autumn apple pork roast to go along with a cocktail, but we're gonna make a cocktail first.
Yeah, I thought that it would be good to make the cocktail first because sometimes you like to drink and cook, put a little music on,
Absolutely.
have a little cocktail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we serve this at Tiffany's. It's on our fall cocktail menu, and it's called the Apple Butter Old Fashioned. So if you're not a big bourbon fan, or if you want to like gateway into bourbon, this is perfect because it's kind of sweet. So we're going to go ahead and do, I'm going to make 2. I'm going to tell you how to make 2. Go ahead, we're going to do, this is our shaker with ice. So we want 4 ounces of our apple butter, and that's the apple butter that we made back. Yep, perfect.
All right.
And then we want 4 ounces of apple cider.
Okay.
Do you want to do the bitters?
Yes.
So we'll do 8 dashes of bitters. And that makes a good, that makes a good old-fashioned. And then if you want to do, that girl, we talked about this last time you were a bartender. I was like, you've never bartended? You were like, actually, I have.
Not very good at it.
So we want, again, we want 4 ounces.
I am going to.
There we go. And if you don't have, a measurer, just go for it.
Hey,
it's
eyeball it.
That's how I do it. That's how I do it at home.
That's perfect. So with an old-fashioned, you don't ever want to shake it. You want to
stir it.
Yes. So do you want to stir it?
Yeah, I'll stir it.
Just to make sure everything is really. Can you smell it?
All right. Yeah, it smells delicious.
So everything is nice and incorporated, and so just to strain it, don't shake it. Go ahead and pour it evenly. Remember last time we came, the top didn't fit?
Yes, I do remember that vividly. There we go.
So that is our apple butter old fashioned. I do want you guys to try it and tell me what you think.
We will.
Do you like bourbon?
I know, I feel the
same way.
It depends on the cocktail. Like, it really does.
But you said this kind of eases people into bourbon. You might not like it.
It smells really good.
I'm not a bourbon lover myself, but
I am with like a hot toddy.
Heard. Got it.
Should I have shared that?
Yes.
Why
it's
not?
Okay.
It's delicious.
Good. So while you and your boo thing, your husband, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, whatever, while you have that, So now we have a pork roast here. Pork roast.
Yes, the pork roast. So
in the pot, this is like a fix it and forget it, right? So we are going to put 1 chopped onion. Do you guys want to help me here?
Sure.
We have 1.
She's like, please.
1 cup of chicken broth.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I pour it over it?
Yeah, just pour it in.
All right.
And then we have our apple cider vinegar there, and the apple butter. So we mix those 2 together.
Okay.
We have 4 cloves of garlic that are going to go in. We have brown sugar to make it sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, good. And then we have salt and pepper. You always want a salt and pepper.
Oh, it smells good already.
Yeah, it's really great. And then we have, I'm not sure, this looks like nutmeg. I'm looking at it.
Some spice. We'll put it in there.
Do you want to put the mustard in? That's like mustard.
Like a blue cheese.
We have garlic powder. You know it's going to be good, right? Garlic powder, onion powder. We have cinnamon. And smoked paprika.
Okay.
And that is it. If you want to brown, so I'm thinking again of my sister, right?
Yes.
My sister's probably not going to brown a pork roast. Take it out, do the onions and the garlic.
Right.
She's not going to do that.
Yeah.
So what she is going to do, though, is pour it all in the pot, which works for us.
Yeah.
So then you put the lid on it. You can make this in the slow cooker, if you want as well. But you're going to put the lid on it. Cook this for 3 hours at 300, so low and slow, just how we like it.
I love that because I can go do something else.
Right, or you can do a little bit of that.
Or you can keep drinking your cocktail.
And so when it comes out, I forgot the time.
It's only been an hour.
Throw it in.
There we go.
It's never too late.
So what this will look like, so Emma made some mashed potatoes. So if you don't want to make mashed potatoes, they sell these mashed potatoes that are so good, and they just they come in the refrigerator section. Okay. And then the pork kind of makes its own gravy, and it goes over like that.
Looks so good.
Yeah.
With that the apple butter and the apple cider vinaigrette and the chicken, and then look, you have dinner.
Salad, And
how easy was that?
Amazing.
So when it's done, you'll be able to shred it so nicely, and then the juice that it made, it'll be so great, and it'll be perfect.
Oh my gosh.
And it'll make your house smell wonderful, along with that apple crisp.
We'll be sure that we post these recipes on our website as well.
Yeah, and of course, Tiffany's is located at 210 East 2nd Street in downtown Davenport. We have the phone number and the address and website on your screen. Check out the menu and the drinks they have to offer. Tiffany, this was fun. Thanks so much.
So dinner, dessert,
you got us all covered.
Everything.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
I'll see you next Monday.
Yes, see you on Monday, and thank you for watching.
Your News at 4 with Sharon is up next. Have a great evening.